Okay, now we're going to do his toes. I toweled him off, rubbed him down with the towel. I'm sure y'all could figure that one out on your own. Now I've got 2 Dremels here. I got a fine tip and a coarse tip Dremel. So I start out with the coarse tip. I just did his nails like 2 days ago, so they're not going to be a whole lot to take off, but it's amazing. The more you keep it down, the further your veins will recede. So the more often you can do nails every couple days. People ask that, how often should I do my dog's nails? And I guess recommended time, it depends on how much it bothers you to have their nails done. I say for their best well-being, it's when they start tap dancing. You can hear them click-clacking on the floor. Because when they're click-clacking, the pressure of the toenail is going up into the joint, causing joint damage. So you want your dog's nails off the, I messed up. I should have started on the back. Dogs are always less sensitive on the back. And I should have started there to get him kind of used to it. And I just grabbed this front nail. And he wasn't quite having it, but I was ignoring him. Alright. Anyhow, so I'm just bumping these back. So in a lot of cases where they say, you know, I don't want the additional nail file, and their nails are pretty, you know, short, I'll go ahead and just use the buffer and bump them back. So it's just a straight edge, straight back. Maybe a little bit on the sides. But then I take my fine and I'm gonna come around that quick, because you can see I probably can't get close enough, but you can see the vein. So I'm literally going around the vein, top and bottom. So on the sides, I grab a hold of that toe and around the sides. And I've got it real tight and choked, so I have full control. Choke on both the toe nail and the Dremel. There we go. And we're gonna make these bad boys all nice and pretty. So when my dog wants to shake, I always allow him to shake. Dogs can take off 30% of the water off their body in a good shake. Now on your poodles, your ears are gonna hold the most water. Okay. So right now, I've got several purposes of doing it this way. The toenails are softer after the bath. Also, it allows him to dry up. Messes are easy to clean up. For say, if you was to quit a puppy, it happens. The dog's not gonna die. Yes, it pinched their toe. There are dramatic dogs that's gonna act like he cut off their toe. There's going to be other dogs that ain't even going to notice. And then others anticipate that's what's going to happen. So those are the ones you want to be careful with, because they already anticipate you're going to mess up. So you got to earn that trust back that whoever lost. So that takes a little bit of time. All right. You go get new shoes, we gonna make your toes all pretty, 'cause they hurt my leg. Don't be, no pouty faces. No pouty faces. You got this. New shoes. It's gonna be all pretty, and mommy's coming home. is waiting for it to be done. Yeah, no, it tickles. It tickles. Give them a little regroup real quick. Now, on real tender ones, sometimes I'll jump around a little bit. Because, like, they'll want me to let their foot go. And I'll find a real good note where they're, you know, they're minding what I say, but, and then I give them a little break on the foot, and I'll go to another foot. Usually a back foot. All right. All done. Now we going to velocity dry, force dry, whatever you want to call it. And lift y'all up a little bit. Again, I'm going to start in the back. And we're going to span that hair out nice and straight. Okay, so you want to do your shorter stuff first, because it's going to dry up first. And if it dries up curly, then that's what you get. And here, I'm also going to check his skin and make sure he doesn't have any thorns left in there, or bugs, or whatever else. See if I can get this over here. So when I'm blowing this, it's blowing straight. You can literally watch it blow. See how it's blowing straight? It literally is blowing straight. Watch, see how curly that is? Kind of hard to do this through the camera. And then I always say half over half, like you're mowing a lawn. Half over half. Half over half. Okay, I really. Excuse my dirty walk. the velocity dry. The force dry. Now I switched to a baby blow dryer because I want to conserve my high dollar velocity dryers, and the more they run, the hotter they get. And first of all, it's not good on yours or the dog's skin, and then second of all, it's gonna deteriorate my motor. So here I use my little Metro. Now we're gonna spray on some Statsco leave-in conditioner, and we're gonna brush it over, brush it through his coat. So with that velocity dry, your dog should be 90% dry. You shouldn't have big wet spots, you know, in the legs, in the chest, around the collar area if you have a lead on them. Their ears. Should be right at about 90%. And then yes, I moisten them up a little bit more with this conditioner. All right, here we go. First, we're going to start with the camera. He's short on the body, so I'm going to do long quick scrubs. Okay. My safety strip don't like the amount of power that dryer needs. Oh, look at that handsome boy he is. Very handsome boy. Oh my goodness. All right. I'll come back over to my table. Just because I like it. All right. You stay up there. So now, give us a comb. See how good of a job we did. Oh, yeah. That's nice. Oh, Miss Inner Leg right here. You can see how kinky it is. And then also, I was also trying, listen for the crunch. If you hear the crunch, it's not completely brushed through. And if you practice it, when you hear the crunch, you'll know exactly what that means. At first, you're like, oh, you're nothing. You're nothing. All right. Let's see. Oh, look at that handsome boy. Handsome boy. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. We're going to do a quick cleanup on him. Just like the eye corners, the pads, rear end. We call that a sanitary trim. Face, feet, and tail. So, you could use your clipper around the eye if you wanted. I'm not. I'm just doing a quickie here. Just clean up these feet. That way he's not getting crap caught in them. Generally, we would shave the groin area. I'm just going to get his PB. I don't really need it. He was just done 2 weeks ago, so it's just now starting to grow out. Very good. Generally here, I like to grab it like this. That way I can use my hand as a bumper. Okay. Good. Good, good. No, I'm just going to pretty up these feet a little bit. While you're doing it, might as well. Okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that handsome boy. Oh, look at that handsome boy. I'm tickling him. You can tell he's kind of, he's not pulling away, but so I'm blending his past poodle foot in with his leg. So you see, I'm just bringing it in. I mean, if I wanted to, I could get all tedious and make stilts and all that, but we're not. Or I could cut it back around that and give him that poodle look. This lasts longer. And I personally, I like it better. I like more of a lab chihuahua type cut over the floofy cuts. I just think they look cute most of the whole time from cut all the way. So that means you can put off your haircut for quite a while. Or just come in and get a sanitary, what we're doing now, halfway between, so your middle cut isn't so expensive. Okay. Good boy. He's such a good boy. You're such a good boy. So smart. I scissor rectums on each side, but you also can use a 10 blade in there. Okay. Always forget. I probably should do the face before the butt. Alright. But I normally do the face first. I got sidetracked. I personally don't care for whiskers. Make them look old. They do not have nerves in them. Okay, they're feelers are what these are. There's so much controversy on this, it's ridiculous. People waste their time on the dumbest stuff. Anyhow, it's a personal preference. So on a cat, generally I try not to cut the whiskers. I prefer not to cut the whiskers just because they go into dark places. They love tight little places. For dogs, it depends on the dog. So if it's like a golden or a border collie or something like that, Australian Shepherd, I'm not going to cut around the nose. But then again, if it's a Shih Tzu or a Poodle or something like that, Doodle, whatever, I'm going to cut around the nose. So there, I would cut off the whiskers. For him, I'm not, typically he gets a Poodle cut. So he gets a 10 on his face and a 15 or a 30 on the feet. And it's all nice and clean cut. But for him, I'm not doing that. We're just doing a cleanup. We're not doing a full Poodle Sandy. That would take me a lot longer. Probably 3 times. Yeah, 3-4 times as long. Okay. And that's that. Of course, my OCD overrides. I do not like the point on this side and the round edge on that side, so I gotta fix it. OCD. And then I see he's got a spot right here. Just a winky little bit. Yeah, Chassie does a beautiful job. Beautiful job. Keeping you fixed up nice and pretty. Yes. Alright. Brushes lie. Combs tell the truth. So whenever after you brush, always comb. That way you know you got to the skin. And it's not this. This is not combing. You need to go to the skin. All the way down. If you have to, you can layer, line brush, whatever. And just take a little bit at a time. Oops. Okay, and that's what happens when I snag a knot. Because I'm so light-handed. And then that works for me because I don't want to pull on the... If I do tug, then I would stop, reset, and a little bit at a time. Or get a mat breaker. Alright. You smell so good just like that. No foo-foo for you. Alright.